Anantapur was one of the most remote districts in Andhra Pradesh. It is the sacred village, Puttaparthi, that has marked and transformed Anantapur as a renowned district because of its exemplary changes.
Sathya Sai Baba.
As dawn breaks with the sanctity and purity of spiritual chanting, which is absorbed in the environment, the flora and fauna of the place wakes up and moves in accordance to the chanting. Prasanthi Nilayam has awakened. Pilgrims from all over the world who are residing in quarters and apartments are joyously preparing themselves to be in the divine presence. They nourish and nurture themselves in the divine presence of Lord Shri Sathya Sai Baba, who is a great spiritual revolutionary and visionary God. His omnipresence is felt at Puttaparthi. The streets outside Prasanthi Nilayam come alive. Floral vendors, fruit sellers, and small-scale traders all become active as the day breaks. Asia's most renowned and modernized Sathya Sai Super Speciality Hospital is situated close to Puttaparthi ashram. The hospital that never rests is also awake with the moving chants. Here, as always, each department is getting prepared for the day. The distinguished Sathya Sai University is seen between the hospital and Prasanthi Nilayam. This great university, which educates thousands of students every year, awakens to the morning bhajans from Prasanthi Nilayam. The place is a habitat created around Puttaparthi and Anantapur, which has made the spiritual and beatific space famous. This village is undoubtedly an extension of the matchless charisma of Shri Sathya Sai Baba and his progressive service ripples. His service to society is incessantly reflected in different or almost all areas at this place. One amongst this is the health sector. The small service hospital, which was initiated in 1965, has now grown to be the most equipped and self-sufficient one of its kind.
The first hospital, a general hospital, a small hospital in Puttaparthi, was inaugurated by Baba in 1956. Last 62 years, this hospital has been serving people with love, commitment, and completely free of charge. It's a locally, if you can, it's a just located close by. Maybe you should visit sometime. After that medical, that is the very seed, very beginning of the medical mission of Sathya Sai mission. When Baba started in 1950, it was a very small, maybe 3-bed or 5-bed hospital. Subsequently, it slowly grew, and in 1985 Baba built a bigger hospital. Then subsequently in 1991, first time Baba inaugurated Sathya Sai Super Specialty Hospital in Puttaparthi, giving a total free cardiac care. It is in a super specialty setup.
The Sai Seva Super Specialty Hospital at Puttaparthi is a wonder world of healing, care, and peace. The 350-bedded hospital, which is built in the architectural pattern of temple structure, is nature-friendly. There is no mandatory expense or bill generation on any health diagnosis or treatment, which is the value factor of this special place.
We have some numbers like more than 1 million people get benefit of medical care from Sathya Sai mission in a yearly basis. Right from very small help, like any small ailment to a very complicated surgeries of even including cardiac surgeries and neurosurgeries, and all of them have done completely free of charge. And what we find is whenever there is a patient coming into Sathya Sai hospital, the recovery time is very quick, because there is no pressure on him to pay the bills.
When the hospital was inaugurated, it was mentioned that in the introductory speech, it was mentioned that this hospital is for the poor people. Then Swami made a correction actually. Swami said this hospital is for entire humanity. And Bhagawan said the poor patients are not in a position to go to other states or to other countries for the operations and other things. And that is why Bhagawan started the hospital at Puttaparthi in a remote village, especially in a remote village. The philosophy is that there should not be any difficulty for the people, especially of the villages, to get the better treatment, and they need not go to far off places. And giving medicines or giving the medical help at the doorstep, that is the philosophy behind this. In Puttaparthi, we can see that there is the department of cardiology, that's the most important one. Then there is ophthalmology, then there is orthopedics, then there is plastic surgery. All these departments are working in the Puttaparthi hospital. At Bangalore, we are having the cardiac department, and there is the neurology department also at Whitefield Hospital. Every department, and there is no billing. Not only there is no billing section, even the clothes, the dress they have to wear, the food, everything is free.
It is started by a very divine soul, divine person, Baba himself, who has enthused people across the globe to do service activities. He didn't teach any great spiritual sort of ritualistic disciplines. He taught just simple things, spiritualize your life, daily life.
In the special care department, around 25 angioplasties and almost 6 to 7 open heart surgeries are conducted almost every day. The other departments are also equally functional. The record of treating and curing 36 lakhs patients so far is to the credit of Sai Seva Super Speciality Hospital.
Surgeries, whatever surgeries, any treatments are done with a doctors, set of doctors who are very dedicated, who are inspired by Baba's teachings, with lot of love, with a lot of reverence. You see, it's a free hospital. Nobody treats the patient as a somebody who doesn't have money, somebody who cannot afford it. But just because of that, they are not treated anyway like second-class citizens. They are really respected. They have been treated very well, and just because they come for a free hospital, nowhere they get a treatment which may belittle them or anything. They are highly respected. In fact, Baba says they are giving an opportunity for you to serve. So we should be always thankful to them. So that's the kind of ideology which has been ingrained into each one here who works here.
And this is the basic faith in Swami, because Bhagawan has said that there won't be any lack of money for good work. And these are the shining examples. There won't be any lack of dearth of money for when you are starting for good things. And Sathya Sai Central Trust is in a position to finance all these activities or all the needs of the hospital. And we can see that Swami not only started the hospital, and there is changing now all the instrument. When there is a new type of instrument, that is for probably the Parthi hospital will be the first hospital to install that. So actually there is no dearth of money, there is no shortage of money. And there is no billing sanction, because Bhagawan has given his command, divine command, that both Vaidya and Vidya should be totally free. That is why educational institution is totally free. From first standard to postdoctoral research, it is free.
Another special attraction of Sai Seva Trust is the Sathya Sai University. The mission of the university is to empower the youth through value-based education. Being one of the most prominent universities in the country, great importance is given to graduate, postgraduate, and research programs. The vision of Lord Sai Baba to focus on the remarks on the students and not on their marks has become the tradition of the university.
So the Indian system is there. Vidyalaya, Alaya is only Alayam is a temple. So we always said Vidyalaya, Vaidyalaya. Vaidyalaya is a hospital is called Vaidyalaya. We always felt that in Indian system we treated them as temples of healing, temples of learning. So we have a university here again that has got 4 campuses. Two in Karnataka, one is based in Puttaparthi. One we have near Anantapur exclusively for girls campus. Right from all the courses till PG, MBA, we have almost 70 PhD scholars we have, and completely free education again. And all our boys whoever have studied here again come back, they are all settled and they are in a very good positions, and they become really a strong source of inspiration for a lot of people, and they are a very key role in the Sai mission.
The uniqueness of Sathya Sai educational system is that it is value-based, totally value-based. And Bhagavan reminds us always that the purpose of education, the end of education is character. And Swami used to tell us, it is not the marks that is important, but it's the remarks that are more important. So out of these institutions, we can see that the students who are coming out of the institution will be having good heart, not only good brain, good development of not only the head or development of the head, development of the heart is also there. So they will be perfect gentlemen with, actually they will be having not only the human form, but they will be having the characteristics of a human being. So character is more important, molding the character is more important. And that is why when the University Grants Commission visited Sathya Sai, for the NAC accreditation, they visited Sathya Sai University, Institute of Higher Learning, they made a remark that this is the crust jewel among the thousands of universities in India.
Anantapur district is a arid region because this is it's a very, very minimal rainfall we have. And here it's only groundnut crop which we get, and that too it's all rain dependent. So people are finding it difficult, and we don't have any rivers here which are perennial rivers. We don't have that kind of water sources. So now only of late the government has done some projects and brought some water sources, canals and all that. But otherwise, what Sathya Sai Trust has done is we have, Baba had spent hundreds of crores getting water from a place called Parnapalli. There is a dam. We dug up, it's around 110 kilometers. We have, Sathya Sai Trust is, I think it will be one of the only public charitable trusts other than government which has laid almost pipelines nearly of 3,000 kilometers.
These projects have enhanced Puttaparthi to be one of the most progressive places in the country. People from all over the world visit Puttaparthi to experience the bliss and peace associated with this enchanting place. Presently, Lord Sai Baba's birth house in which he was born 9.5 decades ago is converted into a Shiva temple. Here, pilgrims visit and offer their prayers. They also visit his parents' death place and seek blessings.
Most importantly, the voluntary services of the organization has never diminished, even it not made any change in the for them as far as Baba's physical presence or absence is concerned. That has not made any difference to the organization. In the sense, on any given day, we have nearly 1,500 people doing voluntary service in the campus. What kind of service, you may ask? They do manning the gates, keeping the entire premises clean, the security, the canteens, they serve food, they clean vessels, all sort of things. There in the hospital we have 150 sevadal doing cleaning the premises, taking care of the patients. If somebody needs help to wheelchair, or somebody is to be carried, all that help. It's a voluntary service, and we have a roster system. Each state will come here, and they bring volunteers, and they come and do service here for. It depends on 1 week, 10 days, 15 days, 1 month. It depends on their capabilities. So all the states in the country, they on a rotation come to Prasanthi Nilayam, bring the Sevadal. And it is not just anywhere campaign. They Sevadal, they are waiting for their chance to come, and they must have prayed to Baba, if I get a job, I will come and do your service. A person who cannot afford.
Accordingly, Sai Seva Trust volunteers to service programs in various states of the country.
With the grace of Bhagawan and the dedicated efforts of the brothers and sisters in the Sai organization Kerala, we have touched every nook and corner of Kerala with Sai activities. And all the three wings of the organization is working well. The spiritual, the service, as well as the education wing are working very well. Sathya Sai Village Integrated Program is a unique activity that Swami has started. And especially in Attapadi, we can see that even all the government officials are recognizing the activities that we are doing in Attapadi now. And we are adopting a number of houses, number of colonies, Adivasi colonies there. So medical activities are there, tribal people activities are there, and this type of all the service activities. And there is Nitya, every day we are giving food for the needy people. For example, in different samadhis, every day their cooked food is provided. And there is street Narayana Seva. Street Narayana Seva means there are people who cannot come to the venue where we are distributing center, they cannot come. So our people will be going in bike or the vehicle, they will go to all the streets and find out those people who cannot move. And they provide food. So street Narayana Seva is there, Nitya Annadanam is there, medical camps are there. So Sathya Sai Village Integrated Program is a very important activity where we are covering a number of villages. With every activity in the village we are providing. And there are about more than 3,000 patients now who have operated either in the Puttaparthi hospital or Whitefield hospital. And we are giving medicines for them, because after the operation, if they are not taking medicine, there may be problem for them for their health. Even after post-operative care may not be there. So these 3,000 patients we are taking care, and this is known as Sathya Sai Rehabilitation Program. Actually, every state is running of its own. So Kerala, all the activities the Kerala state is taking care of, just like any other state. But whatever may be the needs of the organization in getting guidance and all other things, Central Trust is always there. Individually, the Central Trust members are helping us, and collectively also they are behind. As a strong support, we are getting all the support from the Central Trust.
It's been 7 years that Lord Sai Baba has left to the eternal abode. It is his progressive service projects and heavenly presence which brought in divinity to the place. Every year, the ever-increasing numbers of pilgrims and volunteers visiting Puttaparthi reveals the contentment and peace prevalent here. This is due to the fact that the Heavenly Lord, Sathya Sai Baba, who believed in the ripples of service, lived here.